All that other stuff wasn't recorded. It was just all free for you. All right. Laura, I don't know why. Is anyone else having a problem with me breaking up before I skip to the PowerPoint? Y'all right? No, some people not. I'm gonna move closer to the mic here. All right. Can everybody hear me okay? You can hear me good? All right, I'll try to make sure I speak loud and hopefully we'll be all right. All right, Sasha says we're good. Good, good, good. Hey, Sasha. That's Sasha, y'all. Hey, Sasha. How are you? All right, so I'm going to pull up the PowerPoint and get this thing started. Is this the power? Here's the PowerPoint. All right, let me get it going. Booyah. All right, y'all should be seeing my PowerPoint right now. Here we go. Off to the races. Snacks, freebies, and extras. Now, we're not talking about meals tonight, are we? We're talking about snacks, freebies, and extras. We're talking about how we define and count. This is a lifestyle, right? It's not a diet. First three letters of the word diet spell diet. Anything we start we can't stick with forever is a waste of our time. So when we designed the lifestyle for ourselves, I realized the problem was what I was putting in my mouth, obviously, right? And I didn't need a diet, I needed a lifestyle. A fool with a plan is better than a wise man with no plan. So I'm just a fool with a plan. And everything mattered to me. Before it went in my mouth, I had to know what was good about it, bad about it, funny about it. No exceptions. Or it didn't go in my mouth. That's why in the beginning, 17 years ago, that's why if it went in the beginning, it was approved peanut butter sandwiches and egg white omelets because I didn't know what else to put in my mouth. I had to know how it was going to break down, how it was going to digest, what kind of insulin reaction it was going to cause. I wanted to know it all. That's the key to a lifestyle, right? And everything that went in my mouth, I had to be able to write it in my journal and define it and do it in such a way that at the end of the day, I controlled my blood sugar or I didn't. And if I controlled my blood sugar and I controlled my portions, it was a perfect day. If I didn't control my blood sugar and I didn't control my portions, it was a holiday, right? Everything that went in my mouth counted. Now, here's the facts. 3 meals a day is the best course for everyone that needs to lose weight, no matter who you are. If you need to lose weight, really 2 meals, 2 to 3 meals a day. Travis is going to kill our metabolism. Baloney. Baloney. My wife can attest for this. Boy, I've been in beautiful St. Augustine about 6 weeks out of 9, and I've worked my tail off. And most days I did intermittent fasting. And ask her, she's on here. Daddy didn't lose no muscle. That's right. I didn't lose no muscle. I'm looking the best I ever have. Okay, if I may say so myself, from the neck down, that is. Can't do nothing about the neck up. But most days it was 2 meals, wasn't 3. But you have 3 meals. Don't panic. Don't panic. A perfect day, ideal, optimized day, 3 meals in a day. That's breakfast for the Father, lunch for the Son, dinner for the Holy Spirit, and no grazing between meals. No grazing between meals. Do not be grazed. You're not cattle. Cattle graze. People shouldn't. You eat breakfast for the Father, lunch for the Son, dinner for the Holy Spirit. It's combined right to control your blood sugar. It's portion right to control your calories. You do that, the weight's got to go. It's got to go, baby. The belly's got to go. The booty's got to go. The thighs got to go. It's an amazing thing. 3 meals a day. You don't like that for the Father, Son, for the Son, and Holy Spirit? Why do I do that? Because I got to remind myself I'm doing it under the Father. It's a type of worship for me. Because once upon a time, I served an idol god called food. Just like they worshiped the golden calf in Moses' absence. In the absence of me trying to walk in step with the Holy Spirit, my vice was food. I worshiped food. I worshiped the Mexican cheese dip and the devil chips. I worship the Olive Garden, all the food that they serve. I worship the McDonald's, the chicken McNuggets. I worship the food god. I ate when I wasn't hungry. Well, instead of eating to live, I live to eat. I worship food. And it's a reminder to me, break for the Father, lunch for the Son, dinner for the Holy Spirit. For me, not for everybody, because everybody doesn't have that vice. For me, how I eat, it can be an act of worship. I do not live to eat any longer. I eat to live. I eat, thank God it's good sometimes. But I eat to live. I eat for energy that I need. I don't eat for just pure enjoyment. I have holidays for that, but then I only get 6 of those, 12 if I'm in maintenance, so that I remind myself constantly, look, my flesh has a vice. A messenger of Satan has come to buffet me, and it's the Dorito. So if I so much as lick the cheese dust off a Dorito, that's a holiday. Now, outside of those 3 meals, things happen. And we're human. So we've built in some things that won't stop the fat loss, but it will slow it down. But sometimes you got to do it. Let me explain why. It's because of cravings, right? When you get started on this program, it's real easy. When the new car smells on it, it's easy to be an angel. It's easy to be an angel. Y'all know what I mean? Did I lose y'all? Wait a minute. Feel like I lost you. Did I lose somebody? Everything stopped here. Let me come back. Whoa. What happened? Everybody good? Let me come back. Weird things happen here. Y'all still with me? I lost my screen. Y'all still with me? Okay. Must be just me. Let me try that again. We're going to try it again. We're struggling here. Hold on. We have an internet connection issue. Hold on just a second. All right, so here we go. I think we're back. All right, so we're an angel, right? But then things happen called cravings. And I don't know about you, but me being an angel, it don't matter what my vice is, I become like a vampire. Has anybody felt that yet? I can't see the chat, but have any of y'all felt that way yet? I mean, it's just like it's 10:30 p.m. It's 10:30 at night, and you've had your 3 meals. You've been nailing it all day. It's going to be a perfect day. It's an amazing day. It's going to be a perfect day. And then your mind goes idle. The Bible says an idle soul shall suffer hunger. I could say it this way: an idle mind suffers hunger. That's like when you're real busy as a bee, you ain't hungry. But when you get still and you ain't busy, you get hungry, right? That's when men and women turn to sin, is when they're not busy. An idle soul shall suffer hunger. And at 10:30 at night, I turn into a vampire. So how am I gonna keep from having any time during the day? How am I gonna keep from having a holiday or a blow-up day if I've turned into a vampire and I've got these cravings? Well, I'm gonna show you what you can do if you just can't help yourself. Now, don't think that this is not going to slow you down a little bit, but it won't, if you'll follow the rules of the lifestyle, it won't cost you a perfect day. You can still have a perfect day. So let's look at a few things. Number one, healthy snacking. Does snacking speed up weight loss? No, it never does. I've heard people say, Travis, there's been times I've snacked and it sped up my weight loss. Travis, there's been times that I had a holiday or a blow-up day and it sped up my weight loss. It's true. I know it's true, but it's a perception. It's fine with me. Perception's reality, but there's no such time that snack, you might have pooped more the next day. It might have got things moving for you, but going to the Waffle House and having smothered and covered hash browns and then weighing less the next day, that smothered and covered hash browns might have caused you to get things moving from a bowel standpoint, but it didn't help you with no fat loss. You know what I'm saying? So look, there's from time to time, you just got to do it for the mind. And if anything, it may speed up you recovering yourself and feeling better about your lifestyle. That's why we incorporate them. But physically, there's never a time it's going to speed it up. You gotta look at healthy snacking. Excuse me. You gotta look at healthy snacking from a situational standpoint. It's about your goals. Are you trying to get ready for little black dress party night, New Year's Eve? Then you shouldn't be snacking. You trying to get ready for a wedding? Shouldn't be snacking. It's goal specific. But you just living the lifestyle. Nothing major coming up, and you're okay with losing 1 pound next week, not 2 pounds, then have a snack. If it's a weight loss goal, avoid snacks when you can, but maybe you're a diabetic. If you're a diabetic, of course, always work with your physician. I don't trick you or diagnose. My lifestyle may not be right for you, so you'll need to work with your physician, but there's really some instances where you should snack if you're a diabetic or you're dealing with hypoglycemia or something like that. And you'll need to talk with your doctor about that. But there's a time to snack that will help you stay in the game. And it could be because you're a diabetic. Maintenance. I've got members here that can't stop the weight loss. They've got it going. Isn't that a problem you'd like to have? Well, that's the time when we're in maintenance that we really want to start incorporating snacks on purpose because we want to slow the weight loss down. Endurance training. You're doing some endurance training or you're working out very intensely. You may want to have a pre-workout or post-workout snack to help you with recovery. There's a time to do it, a time not to. If you're not working out, the only time you should have a snack should be when your cravings get the best of you. Bodybuilders, we've got some bodybuilders that they're just trying to learn how to eat healthfully, and they may want an insulin spike. Then they might want to have a snack. But for most everybody here, you're going to fall in the goal-specific weight loss and diabetic categories there, right? So you don't want to have a snack unless your cravings are getting the best of you or you're having a low blood sugar episode. How do I find out if I should be having a snack? How many snacks for the fastest fat loss? Well, it's not an exact science here, but don't forget you can do an assessment in your journal. Just click on the assessment button. Make sure you put in the information accurately, and it will tell you what the recommended snacks are. Now, I want to make a point here of letting you know when your assessment says it recommends that you have 1 snack or it recommends that you have 2 snacks, that doesn't mean that you should have them. Probably need to reword that. It doesn't mean that you should have 1 snack. It means you can have up to 1 if you get hungry, if you got a craving. Now, some folks, it's going to say you can have up to 2. That's because maybe you're like I was. You're over 300 pounds when you start the program, and it's going to say you could have up to 2 snacks if you really need them. But at no time, even when your assessment says it, should you be having more than the snacks that the assessment says that you should have, and it would be best to have none. It would be best to have 3 meals a day. Don't forget, you'll be able to find a lot. We won't have enough time to talk about all the snacks that you could have, so you'll want to go to your food library to look for snacks. There's plenty of them in there, and you can also use your calculator when you're at the grocery store. You just go to type of product in your calculator and you put in snack. Right there you'll see it says bread, type of product. You'll want to scroll down to snack and then make sure you put in all the information accurately, and then it will tell you if you can have said product as a snack and even the portion of that snack that you could have and still call it a snack. All right, let's start with freebies because freebies are better than snacks. So it may be that you've got a minor craving, but you could have a freebie instead of a snack. And if you have a freebie instead of a snack, you're going to get better fat loss. You're going to have better weight loss, okay? So freebies over snacks. Snacks are a last resort. Freebie, if you can, you're having your 3 meals, and you get some cravings and you don't know what to do with those cravings, you'll always be better if you'll always do better and perform better if you have freebies and not snacks. Okay? What are we talking about? Things like cabbage, cucumbers, bell peppers, peas, green peas still in the shell, not out of the shell. Remember, out of the shell, they're a category 3. In the shell, they're a category 2. Butternut squash, mushrooms. This is a short list, obviously. Okay, but let me give you an example of how I will use these and not have a snack. Let's say I've had my 3 meals, or let's say I'm doing some intermittent fasting. I'm having 2 meals, and I'm trying to avoid the 3rd meal. I'll eat sliced bell peppers. I'll take and sprinkle water on them, or just a little MCT oil, pump a little MCT oil on them, and I'll douse them with some sea salt and just eat them straight up. By the way, those of you that experience cramps, leg cramps and things like that in the beginning, don't tell me you need a banana. Eat bell peppers. I mean, they're so full of micronutrition. They'll help do away with those cramps. Bell peppers are terrific for you. And let me tell you some other ways that you can use them or use these foods, like cabbage. I'll boil any category 2 fibrous carb can be a freebie. Keep a pot full of, if you like cabbage, just keep a pot full of boiled cabbage in the fridge. If you use bouillon, you're good. It's still a freebie. You can saute it in MCT oil. Now, if these foods are cooked or prepared in MCT oil, they're still a freebie, but honestly, be better here without the MCT oil. They make a better freebie without the oil, okay? Apple cider vinegar, something else, like take cucumbers. I'll slice up cucumbers and splash the cucumbers with apple cider vinegar, salt and pepper. Love that as a freebie. And it gets because all you're wanting is knick-knack. It gets your mind off of other snacks that are approved, but you're saving calories. And with some of these, like cucumbers, you're building your metabolism. The only reason I say don't eat them all day is because it's going to play with your mind when you get on the scales until your body digests and passes all that roughage. You're going to weigh a little more, but at the end of the day, when it all goes out through the drought, you're actually going to have better fat loss. But cucumbers, raw cucumbers are going to be better than pickles, but pickles are fine. Pickled cucumbers, right? If you're doing sweet pickles, make sure it's Splenda, not sugar, if you're going to use them as a freebie. Mushrooms, I love to saute mushrooms in Pam cooking spray. You could even use a little fat-free chicken broth, salt and pepper them. But MCT oil is fine. It's just better without the MCT oil. I love that. I'll even take mushroom caps and melt fat-free cheese over the top of the mushroom caps and treat it like an extra, which we're going to talk about in a minute. The green peas in the shell, sauteing those, salt and peppering them in MCT oil. These are terrific ways to have freebies and you still be successful. But now think about this with me. If you are at a restaurant and you order broccoli, broccoli's a freebie. But if you're eating out and they're cooking it in an oil, they're not cooking it in MCT oil. So now if it's cooked in any other type of oil other than MCT oil, or they don't use a cooking spray, or they don't use just spices and seasonings, you have to remember they're no longer a freebie. They're still a category 2, but you have to eat the allotted portion of them on a portion plate. You can't have extra of them as a freebie, or you'll be getting in needless, pointless fat calories, and we don't want you doing that. That's not good. So if you're going to have these as a freebie when you're eating out, make sure that they're steamed without any oil. If you ask the restaurant to do that for you, most time they'll be glad to do that for you. Okay? Now, if I'm eating out and I'm still hungry after I have my allotted portion, then I'm going to have salad, extra salad. It's got to be just salad greens, broccoli, cauliflower, things like that. And then I might squirt some lemon juice on there if I didn't bring any MCT oil. And usually, you just be prepared, because what you're going to find as your stomach shrinks on this program, you're not wanting extra food anyway, if you really think about it, and you're eating to live instead of living to eat. But all category 2 veggies are freebies. Okay, so here's some that you can have. They're great. Okay, let's look at extras. Now watch what we do with some of these as extras. Extras is a term that you hear. It's really not an official term in the program. Extras are going to add most of the I can't talk tonight because I'm trying to hurry. Most of the time, extras are going to have more calories than freebies. I'd rather you have freebies than extras. Let me say that again. I'd rather you have freebies than extras, but I'd rather you have extras than snacks. Y'all with me? I'd rather you have freebies instead of extras. I'd rather you have extras than snacks. So let's take a look at some extras that I bet some of you didn't know about. What about Olay Mexican cheese dip? I select my extras based upon this criteria. Does it help me shut down my appetite? So it's got to have good, healthy fats in it most of the time. Not always, there's exceptions, but for it to be in it don't mean it doesn't go in your journal. It got to go in the journal. It means you don't have to count it as your snack. So after you have this, if you still got to have your snack's still there for you. You're still allowed to have the snack. But now with these extras, you got to really watch your portion control or you can get in trouble because it's going to be high calorie, but it's not going to cause us any blood sugar spike. It's going to control your appetite. Like Olay Mexican cheese dip. You can even do this at the Mexican restaurant. Their cheese dip's fine. Hummus, olives. I'm going to talk about each of these. Guacamole. Shape-Wise chews. Some prepackaged products down here. Shape-Wise chews. Health-Wise biscotti. Health-Wise hot chocolate. Proti toast. Let me talk about each of these for a minute. Hope y'all are still good. I'm afraid to go off this screen. I'm afraid I'm going to lose you. I had some internet trouble a minute ago. So a quarter cup, it'd be better 2 tablespoons, but that ain't much. But a quarter cup of cheese dip, a quarter cup of hummus, a quarter cup of olives, which is really just a palm full of olives, and a quarter cup of guacamole. These are all extras. As long as you dip in them Bran Crisp bread. Now, if you're not a Bran Crisp fan, it's probably because you haven't tried the new Bran Crisp. They've got the regular Bran Crisp. They got the I believe it's raisin cinnamon flavored Bran Crisp. I love it. And then the pumpkin seed Bran Crisp. All of those are freebies. All of those work. And you can dip them in your guacamole. You can eat olives as an extra. You can dip them in your hummus. You can dip them in your cheese dip. I love to take asparagus, which is a freebie, right? And cut off the tips and dip it in that cheese dip. I love to have bell peppers and dip it in that cheese dip. Would it be better just to have the bell peppers? Yes. But if I'm at a Mexican restaurant and everybody's eating cheese dip, it would be so much better to ask for sliced bell peppers or asparagus and dip those in the cheese dip. That's terrific as an extra. Now, can I still have my snack? You could. You could take the approved chips and dip them in the cheese dip. It'd be better to dip them in the salsa. It's all about prioritization. What are you trying to achieve? An extra doesn't count as your snack, but if it prevents you from having a snack, you're going to lose weight so much better, so much easier, so much faster. Okay? So those are great ones. I want to know, I want to come out here and ask you, did you know that in a minute? Proti toast, somebody said, I don't buy it, it's too expensive. There's a lot of Proti toast in that thing. If you think that's too expensive, but you're still buying junk at the grocery store, then we got to get your priorities right. I love to take Proti toast and dip them in cheese dip. Or, because one package is a freebie, or an extra, I'm sorry. See, I even get the terms mixed up, an extra. One package of that with sliced fat-free cheese on top is an extra. Can't beat it. Hot chocolate, health-wise, high-protein hot chocolate. Shape-wise chews, they taste like Tootsie Rolls. I can have 4 or 5 of those as an extra, no problem, and it doesn't count as my snack. So what happens for some of y'all that like your social drinkers, right? So what if you've already had your snack earlier in the day, and then you're trying to have a social drink, you can't have your wine. You can't have your 2 Corona Lights. I'm not saying everybody here drinks, but some of you do. It's not lawful for you to, it's not expedient for you to drink, but it's lawful. See, you could have 2 Corona Lights, 2 Bud Lights. You could have 4 to 8 ounces of wine as a snack and still be okay. But what if you had your snack earlier in the day? It'd be better that you're having extras during the day in case you get in a situation where you got to have your snack. So think it through like that. Make it about prioritization. Okay? So these are great ones. What about Health-Wise Biscotti? You can have 5 Health-Wise Biscotti as an extra. Okay? And it's not going to hurt you. Now wait, watch this. You can't have, when we're talking about extras, freebies are free. Freebies are free. But you can't do this. You can't have asparagus in a 1/4 cup of cheese dip and then later have 5 biscotti too in a day. You can't do that. That's where you get in trouble. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to come talk to you about this in just a minute. Some really good extras. Now, these are prepackaged, but these are the best ones. These are not ever going to hurt you. Okay? We only put extra here because we don't want you to eat them endlessly. Okay? You've got the high protein Jello from Health-Wise. You got the high protein fruit juice from Health-Wise. High protein pudding from Health-Wise. The soups, the high protein soups. All of the Health-Wise high protein products, you're sitting here and you've got cravings and you're needing something with a little bulk. That's what you need to do. Keep you some high protein Jello on hand. Keep you some high protein pudding on hand. I'll take that pudding and mix it with some 000 yogurt. Man, tastes like cheesecake or something. It's so good. But it's just an extra if you control your portion. The soup, I eat soup, I don't know how many times a month. I get a craving, have the chicken noodle soup, the broccoli and cheese soup, the tomato soup. High protein is going to help me burn fat. It's not going to hinder me. Everybody needs this in your survival kit. Everybody needs this in your pantry. Lots of bran crisp bread. I don't like it. Learn to love it. If you don't like the regular, get the flavored ones. But you've got to do it because if I get hungry at night, I can take that bran crisp bread and I can melt fat-free cheese on top of it, have it as an extra. I can put fat-free cream cheese on top of it with a couple of sliced berries or blueberries, and that's an extra. See all the things that you can do there and still not have a snack. It's like this. Let me give it to you this way. I think it'll make sense. The fastest, most expedient way for you to get from point A to point B is 3 meals a day. Properly combined, properly portion control. All right. Then eating freebies is like just kind of tapping the brakes. You're just tapping it. You're doing good. You got a little curve coming up, so you just tap it. Right? Then when you have extra, it's like tap, tap. That's like tapping on the brakes a couple of times. Still moving though. When you start having snacks, that's like tap, 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 tap. That's really slowing you down a little bit. Still a perfect day. It's shooter's choice. You know what you're aiming for. You know what your target is. So you are the master of the decisions you make. I'm giving you decisions that are still you having a perfect day. Let me see what y'all are saying. We still got some content. Chat, participants, go back to chat. Chat. All right, here we go. Now I'm figuring it out. All right. How many extras a day? 1 extra a day. 1 extra. We're going to talk about peanut butter. Peanut butter is a snack. Like if you use celery and fat-free cream cheese, that's an extra. But if you use celery and peanut butter, 1 tablespoon of peanut butter is a snack. Debbie says, what determines an extra as opposed to a snack? I do, honestly, and extra is going to be less calories. Most of the time, it's going to be less calories than a snack. Most of the time, it's going to have some appetite suppressants in it. Most of the time, it's going to be filling. It's going to have either high fiber or high protein. It's just going to be better than a snack. Can you have Bonito's chips with guacamole or the cheese dip? You can, but it counts as a snack. So if I have a handful of Bonitos with one of those extras, it's a snack. It counts as your snack for the day. So here's the way I do that, Rebecca. Let's say that I have a handful of approved chips with a quarter cup of cheese dip. That's a snack. But let's say that my chips are gone and the cheese dip ain't. Then I got to use asparagus, or I got to use bell peppers. I've got to make it an extra then. Is peanut butter and celery a healthy snack? It is a healthy snack, but it's not a good extra or freebie, but it is a snack. Very good comment, Rebecca. You've learned some stuff. Yeah, the more cooked down a fibrous carb is, the less good it is for. It's kind of like this: the less good it is for your metabolism. But when you're not feeling well, you should never eat raw foods of any type. When you're not feeling well, it's harder on digestion, and it's harder on the immune system. You do not have to eat your vegetables raw. Again, just because it's situational, but many people have to cook their food down because they have digestive disease or problems or whatever. Your body can't handle the roughage because you got Crohn's or something like that. Then you need to always cook your food down. You'll still get a lot of good from them. Just make sure you take a whole food vitamin. Yes, I love pickled okra is a freebie. Celery is a freebie. All fibrous carbs are category 2 freebies. Gosh, I got 8 minutes left. All right, so I'm going to get back to it. Looks like y'all are doing okay. Let me get back to it. I hope y'all are doing good. All right, so let's look at snacks now. Let's look at snacks. Snacks are allowed. I'm not trying to scare you off from them. I'm just trying to say you have to be more careful about the quantity. And I do it this way. If I've got a craving and it's a salty craving, I'm going to turn to some of these items. There's a lot more in the food library. I'm going to turn to some of these food items to deal with my cravings. Y'all with me? I'm going to turn to some of these items to deal with my cravings. Now, how do I determine what the best snacks are? Go to your weight loss meter. Some of these will have a weight loss meter. But like boiled peanuts, a handful of boiled peanuts shelled, not in the shell. After you shell them, you get 1 handful as a snack. Salted peanuts, any kind of nut, any kind of seed. 1 heaping handful of almost all nuts or seeds are going to be a snack, with the exception of like pistachios. You can get 3 handfuls in the shell. Sunflower seeds in the shell, if you're just sucking the juice out of the shell, those are freebies. The high protein barbecue chips. Now see, look at this. Health-wise protein chips versus pop chips. Pop chips are sold in every grocery store, just about. Well, a handful of the pop chips are not going to be as good for you as high protein chips, but if you prefer shopping at the grocery store, that might be the thing. You know, what you will do is better than what you won't do. I had a pack of, I don't know if y'all can still see me, but I had a pack of those earlier today as a snack. High protein chips. There's all kind of different high protein chips, everything from dill pickle flavor to pizza flavor. Bonitos are allowed, right? 1 big heaping handful of Bonitos is a snack. Don't forget the foods like Fiber Gourmet Thinables. They have all kind of different flavors of these Cheez-It type of snacks. You can have up to 99 of those as a snack. That's ridiculous. Up to 99 of those. It's not like having a regular Cheez-It, because a regular Cheez-It's nothing but starch. It's going to elevate your blood sugar and stop your fat burning. Where if you have the void replacements that we find for you as snacks, you're going to shut down the fat bus. More salty snacks, Skinny Pop. Now here's one. This is a good example of having 1 cup of Skinny Pop, 1 cup of any popcorn. By the way, 1 cup of any popcorn that's already popped is going to be an extra. Then you can have 4 more cups of any popcorn as a snack. Skinny Pop's one of the best ones though. This isn't a wellness product, but one of the things I do, like when I'm making this long drive, I look so forward to pulling over at the convenience store, getting me a Diet Coke. Not the best thing for you from a wellness standpoint, but I love it and I can still lose weight. I'll get me a Diet Coke and put 200 calories of peanut, because most snacks are going to be 200 calories or less. I'll get a 200 calorie pack of peanuts and put them in my Diet Coke. Like my dad, growing up, would take me by the convenience store, head store, in the morning, and he'd get me a Coca-Cola and peanuts. Can't have no Coca-Cola, but I can have Diet Coke and peanuts. Just don't have too many peanuts. Jerky. Almost all jerky is approved as a snack. There's even things like, and it makes you feel like you're getting a 4th meal, like the soybean noodle cups from Explore Asian. It's like the what's the ramen noodles, but it's high protein. So every once in a while I usually have these as a meal because they're so filling. But from time to time, I'm really wanting some bulk. I want something that tastes like a meal, then I'll have one of these. My point here is you'll never run out of options if you'll just go to your food library. Pork skins, 200 calories of any pork skin is going to be a snack. And of course the Bonitos. One huge heaping handful of any approved chip like a Bonito is going to be an approved snack. I love the Cheetos. They have a crunchy Cheeto, so good. What if I've got a sweet tooth and I'm craving something sweet? Probably one of the best things you can do is the Shibboleth ice cream mix. Makes up really easy, really quick, and you get so much more of it than you can have of the approved store-bought ice creams. I like it because I can have 2 cups of it, 2 cups prepared, and it's so good. I love it. Tastes like snow cream. Now, if you don't want to make your own, you don't want to use our mix, that's better for weight loss, by the way. You could use some Blue Bunny Sweet Freedom and have 1 cup of that. Eat it with a baby spoon so it lasts longer. Now, there's more than 60 different approved ice creams that you can get at your local grocery store. So check out your food library if you don't like any of these. I love the Bunny Tracks. This one's banana split. I love the Bunny Tracks. The Sweet Freedom, they've got a fudge bar. They've got a hunky bar. I call them hunky bars. It's the Sweet Freedom ones, though. You only get one as a snack. If you have that as a snack, your snack's gone. So later you're wanting a glass of wine, can't do it. Or it's a holiday. Best to never have a snack. I hope we've covered that. But if you got to, you got to. The chocolate pecan clusters or peanut butter patties, you get up to 200 calories of these. Some are less calories than others. So if it's like you get one of the chocolates that's 70 calories, then you're only going to be able to have like almost 3 of those. If you get one that's 30 calories, 30 will go into 200 almost 7 times. So you get like 6 plus of those. So almost 200 calories of the chocolates. The little bars, look, that one's 110 calories. We went on and put in the food library that you can have up to 2 of those as a snack. Tastes like a Nestle Crunch bar. Now, that also means that if I only have one of the dark chocolate bars or milk chocolate Chocorite bars there, if I only had one, then look at this. I can't point to it because I'll go offline here. Look at the bottom. Oh, let's do it this way. This is cool. Let's say that I want Sweet Freedom and I can have a cup of Sweet Freedom. So I have a half a cup with my baby spoon. Yes, I eat with a baby spoon when I eat ice cream. Got to make it last. So I have a baby spoonful. I have a half a cup eating it with my baby spoon, right? So it lasts a while. Half a cup. I can have a cup, but I only had a half a cup. So then later, I still have some snack left if my cravings are really overwhelming me, and I could have one of these little dark chocolate bars. So that's kind of cool. As long as you don't have more than 200 calories of approved snacks, you're going to be fine. What are some other sweet things? I love Power Crunch bars. Now, these are even better had as a meal. It's like a really light meal. I'll use these sometimes when I'm intermittent fasting. And I love them because it's so light, but you absorb so much of the protein. They use a micronized protein, so you absorb more of the protein, but it's really light. But it tastes like any type of wafer bar or sugar bar. I love these high quality bar. They can be used as a light meal or a snack. Peanut butter. Someone mentioned peanut butter. Peanut butter is peanut butter. Unless you're using that old nasty Walden Farm. All Walden Farms calorie-free products aren't nasty. And I know some people that I know few people that like the Walden Farms calorie-free peanut spread. I don't. I like Better in peanut butter. Better in company peanut butter. Better in peanut butter. I got a jar in there, but I'm not going to go get it. Better in peanut butter because I can have 2 tablespoons of it as a snack. I like it. Walden Farms calorie-free peanut spread too salty for me. I don't like it. But most of the approved peanut butters, 1 tablespoon or 3 teaspoons is a snack. I can put it on biscotti, but it's a snack. I can put it in my ice cream, but I got to dial down in the ice cream and only a tablespoon of peanut butter. Anytime you have a tablespoon of peanut butter, even on Bran Crisp, that's going to be a snack. 2 tablespoons of peanut butter is a meal, whether you eat it by itself or with some category too. Oh yeah, bars. Watch out for your portion. If you get one of the big meal bars, then half of that bar is going to be your snack. Or you can buy the portion controlled ones and then you're safe. But if you buy the big bar to save money, remember, only half of it as a snack. The Carb Master yogurts, you can have 2 of those as a snack. Use your calculator. If you're going somewhere like the Sweet Spot or one of those yogurt places at the mall, any sugar-free or no sugar added yogurt, 4 ounces of it with no toppings. 4 ounces of it is going to be a snack. The thing here is you're not left out. Like when we went to the mall for Christmas and everybody's shopping, they wanted to get one of those yogurts. Just get a no sugar added one, 4 ounces, and you'll be okay. And that way the cravings don't get the best of you. A lot of times it's not even that you're hungry. You're safe until you watch other people eating. And we're all that way. We like to do what other people are doing. Go to your food library. Next year, I'm going to do a library of like where you can go. Right now, there's a snack extra freebie, but I'm going to fix that so that it says I've got a sweet tooth. And then we'll just keep adding all the time. Or I've got a salty craving so that you know what to do when you've got that salty or sweet craving. All right, so let me come back to you because I'm out of time. All right. Any questions or comments? I'm going to start looking at these and reading them. Kroger carries Power Crunch bars. We do too. But I understand you got it. Look, our main motive here is to help you do this where you can be anywhere and do this. You don't have to shop with us. But for those of you that do shop with us, thank you so much. We need you. We don't love the ones that don't any less. But when you can shop with us, it helps us. We work off these tiny, tiny margins, I promise. So it's hard for us to keep this thing afloat without some of y'all patronizing us with your shopping and telling people about us. But hey, I mean no offense. If you're not shopping with us, if you're just living this lifestyle, you're helping Shabola. Yeah, and I understand that too. And we'll never look. Hey, I promise you, never gonna hurt our feelings unless you go to GNC to get something. That kind of hurts our feelings. But if you're talking about Kroger, Bilo, Walmart, never hurts our feelings. But a lot of people just don't realize that we do carry stuff. And Jason and Sasha have told me, I gotta tell, it's not my heart to do so, but I gotta tell y'all because we gotta make payroll. So just in case you didn't know we carry that stuff, we carry it. but it's not about that to me. It's not about that to Jason and Sasha. But we, more than anything, y'all wouldn't believe when we lose a team member or we close down a center, we get the wrath of you know what. So we just want to keep everybody, we want to keep the program going. I hate it when I have to talk faster than my brain works. Any other questions, comments? Explore Asian noodles. You can usually find them from us or like a Whole Food, health food store, or even Trader Joe's. I've seen them in Ingles, but not the cups, the pasta. Did I miss anything? Meat chips are a half a package of meat chips or a snack. The entire package of meat chips, believe it or not, because it's made with meat, is a meal. A regular tablespoon is how you measure your peanut butter, or a regular teaspoon. You just don't want it piled up like a volcano. One extra a day. Did I miss anything? Did this help at all? Did this help any tonight? Look, the more you tune in, the more stuff begins to be covered. You know, the whole thing you pick up, you got 17 years of information on that website, and we're just going to take it an hour at a time. I'm looking forward to next year. The plan is to teach some static classes every day, new lesson. So I'm excited about doing that Monday through Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday will be used as time for study and preparation for the next week. Whether you're tuning in to me or going to a center class, I've gotten ahead of our team so that they have lessons for next year. It should be fun. Glad that you come to the webinar. Good to have you. Good to have you. Love you guys. Hope we've motivated you. And look, we're still in 2016. We haven't got to 2017 yet. Get focused. Get focused. Spend some time reflecting. Spend some time preparing your goals. You don't want to wait until 2017 to start initiating your goal setting. Do it now so that you can hit the ground running in 2017. Listen, y'all, there's nothing, and oh, by the way, I am going to extend the wars. We've got people doing really well that deserve the opportunity to earn their blue wristband. So we will be extending it. Look for that announcement tomorrow. We will be extending Shibboleth Wars for those that are in the hunt. You got it. You got it. Hemp Bar Challenge is one of my favorite. I love you guys so much. We love you. Looking forward to being with you all of 2017, Lord willing. Just let us help you and tell people about Shibboleth. We need you. We need you so much. I'll have to let Sasha answer on the store opening or closing. Y'all, I am out of time. I hope you enjoyed this. Please, yes, this is recorded, and I will be putting it in your library. It'll take some time for it to process, then it'll go in your library, okay? I love you all so much. I'm going to get out of here and start processing the video, be in your library tomorrow. Thank you, wife, for helping tonight. Appreciate your help. And y'all, listen, if you can't support Shibboleth financially, the fee that we charge, and it's going up January 1st. It just has to, y'all. Y'all know it does. We lost a lot of money last year, had to take out a loan to compensate for our losses. We just can't do it again next year. So please help. So if you're able to, please help support Shibboleth financially. It's saving lives. We love you guys. God bless you all. Thanks for all you do. I got to go. The clock's ticking. I can't afford to pay the time. Love y'all. Bye, everybody.